Hello, good morning, good noon, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who will be catching this live of mine. Charito Gabuya here, coming on to you live from our kitchen here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And this morning I'll be talking about ideas. There is one thing that I learned this week. Let me just show you. And if you're familiar with 𝐶𝐞𝐞𝐯𝐞, you might be familiar with this also. So move your other right hand towards you, left hand away. So you do them together. And then the other way. Okay, let me practice for a bit. Okay. Oh gosh. So whoever has tried that, please feel free to share a video or two. It's a brain stimulation technique that I learned from 𝐶𝐞𝐞𝐯𝐞. I discovered him over the past week, and I thought it's a nice. I actually practice this in the morning, and it's hard to do at first, and yeah, it's just to stimulate your brain, like after 8 7 hours 8 hours of sleep, and then you just to perk up your mind. That's for me, but it has more benefits to us. It's just like challenging our brain, because you're doing it like you're doing them in opposite directions, right? And I even shared it with my daughter. Try doing it. It's actually stimulating. And yeah, going to, because my topic for this week from chapter 5 of the Magic of Thinking Big book, ideas. So um, yeah, we all have creative minds. We just don't nourish or nurture it. Um, with me, they say that if you're left-handed, you have a creative mind, and I never saw me in that light. But reading the book, I learned that we all have creative minds, and it's only up to us how to nurture it, how to harness our brain into being able to like pop up those ideas, right? So just two things that really stuck with me with the chapter is, like, if there is an idea that comes into your mind, believe that you can do it. Believe that it is possible for you. Like, if the brain can create, what do you call this one, if your brain can, like, picture it, you can do it. Because as they say, if you allow your brain to work on it. Thank you, good morning. And yeah, it will it will just it will work on helping you, like, make it real, right? So um yeah, most there are a lot of law of attraction ideas nowadays, and I think that this is where it was grounded from. Because, like, if you believe in something, like, your mind works, right? Oh, hi, good morning, Beth. Long time no chat. And yeah, just um take taking the word impossible out of our thinking, out of our self language. Because when you separate the word impossible, it becomes I'm possible. So yeah, um, feed your mind with any idea, with any thoughts that you can think of, and allow it to work, right? And like also like regressive thinking. um I am like that. I have said that I'm a traditional kind of person. um but yeah, I just realized from my reading that regressive thinking, just sticking it out the traditional way, is not a good idea of harnessing our creative thinking. So let me just read from Beth, beautiful way to start out every morning, especially today. Yeah, so you practice it like every morning. Just this week I've started to do that, and it's a little bit of a challenge for me in the morning, most especially. I just woke up, and yeah, like when you are actually able to do it, it's you feel a little accomplished. And it's early in the morning, right? So yeah, just one thing that I'd like to share. If you ever want to check Jim Quick out, he is all over YouTube, and yeah, I actually subscribe to him. And yeah, secondly is to be receptive to ideas. That's why we read books, because like if we only nurture and if we only listen to the ideas that we have in our head, sometimes those ideas are not even self-serving, right? So yeah, I sometimes I don't have those ideas that serve me well. So yeah, I've gone back to reading, and it's very refreshing. It's very nice to learn new things. And by the way, this book is from Beth, so thank you so much. And actually I'm practicing also to speed read a little bit more. That's why I subscribe to Jim Quick, because I just find myself reading like 5 or 6 pages in it at a time, and I'm thinking, how am I going to finish through this chapter? And surprisingly, I just tried his strategy, and this week, because we had a Zoom meeting, and while waiting, because I wasn't able to get into the actual Zoom, I just watched it through our uh, through a Facebook Live. And then when they were gone, I actually tried to speed read on chapter 5, and surprisingly I finished chapter 5. So I said, oh my gosh, it's working. So yeah, just be receptive to any ideas that come along, not only from yourself but also from other people. The more ideas that we are able to absorb, to assimilate, to get from others, from listening intently to other people, the better for us, because it stimulates our mind. And yeah, it's just refreshing to learn new things. I never thought I would be this enthusiastic on learning again, and surprisingly I am. And yeah, thank you so much for all the support, my Bisdak family, and the people who engage with me. Sometimes I check other people's pages, and they have very nice, very good posts that um, get me to thinking as well. So yeah, being in, like, doing what I do now has made me cultivate my my creative thinking. So oh, let me just read before I go. You're most welcome, love, to know it was truly to its maximum purpose for you. Yeah, I really, after I read, like, let me just say this, I won't be shy to admit this anymore. The book, Rise Up For You, I read it well, on and off. I didn't read it straight, so it took me a year to finish it. Well, maybe less than a year, but still one book in a year, while other people are reading one book in a month, right? So when I when I started the book of the magic of thinking big, I just thought I should go through this faster. I don't want to finish it in a year's time, right? So because I want to get to read other books. I have ebooks that I have saved and I never got to read them. So yeah, after this one, I'll be moving on to another book, and I'm excited to be sharing it here on my page as well. So again, thank you for joining me this morning, Sisbeth. Thank you, and yeah, chat soon. Bye for now. Take care and happy weekend.